to Tousi TV and some breaking news. And like literally, it's so last minute. I was not expecting this to come out now. I thought I would take your advice and come out for once, take a break, relax, come for a walk, come to the park, currently in St. James's Park, by Buckingham Palace behind me. And as this was happening, the news came out that things are not going too well for Rishi Sunak. Surprise, surprise. Basically, we've now heard, following a couple of days ago, when we reported that one of the Tory MPs who was a close advisor to Rishi Sunak was being investigated because he placed a bet on the election date before it was actually announced, which is obviously a little bit dodgy. Earlier on, we found out that a police private protection officer who's in charge of protecting Rishi Sunak as Prime Minister has now been arrested and suspended because, yes, he also placed a bet on the election date way before it was actually announced and confirmed. So it's not going too well for the Tory government. The whole thing is completely chaotic. It seems like every single day there's a scandal hitting the party. Now there are a couple of things to focus on. One is the political aspects, the political scandal part of this issue, which I said, it's just not a good look. Every day something's happening. On the other hand, this kind of shows, I know this is just, we are saying allegedly, this person is now being investigated because by the Gambling Commission, obviously. But this, again, it kind of shows the level of how rotten this government is, the level of corruption, and how casual they don't take rules seriously. I mean, we saw what they did during the lockdown. The people who were working for Downing Street and the government in general, having parties, but at the same time telling the police to do a crackdown on the rest of us for simply sitting on the park bench for 2 minutes. This simply shows it's not really just about Rishi Sunak. It's not even just about the Tory party. The existence of the Tories in government basically created a toxic environment for the rest of the people who work for the government and the state. Basically encouraged bad behavior and corruption. And they've been getting away with so much. You remember during the lockdown and before the lockdown, when the government decided to sign all these contracts, where obviously in terms of PPEs and everything else, well, what happened? Nothing was done about the fact that so many of these contracts were fast-tracked because they happened to be a neighbour to, I don't know, for example, Matt Hancock, for example, or a close friend or a former groomsman at someone's wedding or whatever. And they just justified it saying, well, we were in a rush. But you still had to vet it because so many of those contracts were basically fake contracts because they didn't actually deliver. Same applies to the toxic culture that's going around with all of them. So when you have a Tory politician and a close advisor, Rishi Sunak, the other day, being found out that allegedly he also obviously placed a bet on the election date, and he was saying, oh, I just got lucky, right? That's one thing. That's just a politician, Tory politician, fine. He's a liar, whatever. A police protection, literally a police officer that is not just a normal random police officer, I don't know, working in Yorkshire in a small town and is doing some sort of cover-up for organised crime. This is the person whose job in Downing Street was to protect the Prime Minister. You would think that the person who gets that job has been vetted properly, is one of the good ones, right? You would think that that person, no matter how dodgy he personally could be, he would at least try his best not to do anything weird that could get caught out. So he's now been arrested, this police officer, suspended from his job, currently under more investigation by the Gambling Commission. The Prime Minister is still not responding. Rishi Sunak has gone missing again. The campaign for the Tory party is all over the place. No one really knows exactly what they're doing because they've been sending out Rishi Sunak to safe, okay, there's no such thing as a safe seat for the Tories anymore, but they've been sending him to previously safe seats. So Geoffrey Cox's constituency that has 25,000 majority, I mean for now. Instead of going to marginals, they've completely given up. Boris Johnson has quit the Tory party campaign. He's left the country now. He's going to go on holiday, second holiday this summer, and it's not even summer properly. He's coming back the day before the election just to come and vote. And we don't even know exactly what they're doing because the names that are coming out now to replace Rishi, I love how the Tory party, this is not normal by the way, the Tory party are already talking about Rishi's replacement. And these are Rishi Sunak's allies. Tom Tugendhat has come out to basically saying, yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to replace Rishi. His own friend. They've already accepted that Rishi's going to go to California. We also have Penny Mordaunt and her team preparing a plot to install her as party leader. And the interesting thing about all this is that the right of the Tory party are not really doing much. The right of the Tory party, I mean the few people who are the conservative leaning Tories, none of them are talking about, you know, potentially standing for party leader. It's all the liberals. It's all the people who are right now Rishi Sunak's allies. It's fascinating. His own friends are plotting against him as we speak. So when you have all this, when you have disloyalty, when you have a complete lack of organization, lack of vision as a party, as a government, it's not really a surprise when people, like even a police protection officer, goes out and allegedly does election fraud. Literally place a bet on the exact date for the election way before it was even announced and confirmed. We are living in a clown world, ladies and gentlemen. And as I was saying, as Tom McDonald would say, burn the circus down because the world is full of clowns. Let's see what you guys are saying. Well, I'm currently freezing in the middle of the park because when I came out for a walk, it was slightly warmer. It was the sun was out, but now no jackets. And this is the only part of London that doesn't have pollution, really. Everyone's actually being quite healthy. Also, when I came here, people were already here hours ago. I don't think anybody works anymore in London. People are already out. Also, someone said, "Maya, you're standing in the shade." There is no sun. I can assure you, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go stand in the so-called sun. Nothing's happening. It's still cold because the sun is so weak. I am waiting for my global warming. Greta Thunberg, you gave me a promise. Do it. Anyway, Poppy is also saying, get in the sun. I'm now in the sun. There is no sun. Like, look at it. It's technically I'm in the sun, but nothing. I'm still freezing. Yes, I know I'm complaining a lot, but that's my job. 32 degrees. Someone says, where are you? Where is 32 degrees? Maybe you're in Florida. I don't know. Someone said Persian blood. Yeah, too cold for this. And hi Maya, are you walking Bum Bun? No, Bum Bun's taking a nap. 24 degrees in South Spain. No global warming. Well, it's still warm, isn't it? Anything is better than London, I guess, at this point. The sun is out. Barbara Davis, thank you so much for your super chat. And Kampala says, deport Rishi Sunak. He's going to deport himself to California, guys. That's the plan. So he's going to be happy. Also, just a reminder, someone did say, Pat Riot, Penny Mordaunt is also friends with Klaus Schwab. Well, she's friends with Bill Gates, we know that. Not really sure about how close she is to Klaus. And at this point, Klaus Schwab doesn't matter. It's about the replacement. Be aware. The World Economic Forum is going to become more dangerous than ever before. Because the last few years of Klaus Schwab, it wasn't even him really running it. It was obviously the youngsters behind the scenes. It's just going to get worse. I can assure you the next year's Davos conference, you're going to see some weird ideas, policy ideas being created, especially now that they're going to have potentially Trump coming back. They're going to have to be more proactive. The liberal globalists are going to be freaking out, and they want to make sure they secure their puppets, Justin Trudeau, for example, and of course Emmanuel Macron, but Macron is also potentially losing to Le Pen, so it's all happening, guys. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go either find a jacket or find some sort of hot area, I don't know, but we're in London now. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tousi.